You said last week. I mean, you mean basically last month?
Yeah, exactly. Last session,
2
I guess
weeks
is what I
ago.
should say.
Man, it feels like forever.
Only 2 weeks.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
That's because it's back to back almost.
Yeah.
It's times where we had that split.
For anyone watching the stream,
All
James
right.
will be in soon, and that'll fix my camera.
What'd you guys do last session?
Well, we had a short rest, and then
Valuable
we were.
information.
It is.
Thanks for pulling us in on the short rest.
I forgot about that. Good show.
We were making our way toward the vineyard, and then we noticed that there was in a grove of trees ahead of us that someone seemed to be waiting for us. They looked like archers. Dallin, being the big, bold, strong boy that he is, calls out to him. There was a elf man called Barthos, telling us that it wasn't safe at the winery and that we need to follow him into a safe haven. And he serves us magical drinks, healing water, which it was only one, and a refill. Which, yeah. In which he told us of a big old scarecrow army, essentially, that attacked with
Muddy
what are they called?
And blights.
Blights, yeah, that's right. Yeah, hairy men and blights. I have hairy men. I don't know why I have hairy men.
That's all.
Probably
you.
said hairy. I don't know.
Wild men. It was just Steven's head. It was just Steven.
Yeah, they were really big, burly chests. That's all I pictured.
He's been dreaming for weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is Davian or Darian, because my R's and V's look very close.
It's with a V.
Davian, okay. It looked more like a V.
with an M.
It's pronounced Davian. That's what it
Davian.
I'm joking, it's Davian.
Yeah. The patriarch is held captive by these guys, by these wild men. Noted as saying "for the mother" a lot, and I can pass it off to somebody else. I know normally we'd kind of do that, but okay, cool.
Yeah. Right. Never mind.
So we were discussing on how we were gonna kind of go about this to liberate Davian and kind of kickstart the supply of wine again, since Judas has a very big vested interest in keeping that stuff going around the vicinity. So we decided that we're going to start a fire as a diversion to infiltrate the vineyard, given that we think the blights might be like more interested in that because they're like, free people and whatnot. And then we were led to where our basically infiltration point was, north of the vineyard. Then Strahd's book was doing a little Pokedex, ring-a-ding-ding, and trying to tell us about stuff. Right? Am I mishearing that one?
Basically.
Yeah.
It kind of chimes in on certain locations you go to.
Yeah. That basically the reason why this place is special and able to grow were some giant artifact gems that were planted in the ground to make stuff grow, and I think these were also being dug up by the wild men. So for some odd reason they were interested in this area and to maybe take things for their own purposes so that things can grow. Fire distraction goes off. Then we just start running toward the house. I have it noted, Judas keeps up with Ketham.
And does not trip over something. I can't remember what that was.
Exactly. I don't know why that was kind of a thing, but yeah. Ketham then John Wick's a druid, and then combat in the vat room, and that's where I leave off.
We fought some evil, muddy, hairy, I guess, druids. One of them had that evil staff. They convinced Dallin, with their guile and wit, to go touch it and throw it down to them, and then they all blamed him as it screamed, and the entire horde that was distracted for a good while, or supposed to be for a good while, came crawling back as well. So the horde's gonna be on us soon. And we just got out of combat, right? I think we finished combat right at the end.
Just got out of combat right at the end there.
Okay, and we're like
the staff
time
still
sensitive.
laying on the ground. Yeah. So I will. I know you guys are on the second floor, but it's gonna get kind of weird bringing everybody back in. I'm just gonna activate the first floor map, but you guys are still up there if you want to. You know, the building is yours for now. Yeah.
And
That we know of.
we had that. We spoke to the bird, and he pointed, I think, to a thing under the stairs. There's like a basement door, so I think that's where we want to head pretty quick.
You asked him, hey, is so and so there, and nodded.
Yeah, I was like, point in the direction, and they pointed at something along those lines.
Yeah.
Was it here? Okay.
There's like a basement door under the stairs, right, Money?
Yeah. So the final blow is dealt to the last man in the room, the last wild man. The room is quiet once more, save the squawking of some of the ravens that remained in the rafters throughout the fight. You start to hear the sound of running along wood over here.
Can you bring
That's
me
not
onto the
good.
first floor, Money? My token's not even here.
Also, real quick, what are we doing with Vale's token?
I'll be moving him around and
Okay.
NPCing him basically. Just use the party token for now. Then
Okay.
we'll get to your tokens if it comes up.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna come running down the stairs.
Okay, yeah, no, you guys all like group up. It's not going to be like you're still upstairs, mister. So that's kind of back to the party token. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So you hear the running coming along the way that you came. Bounding around the corner, you see the face of Adrian Martikov. He seems to be mid-sentence, but is caught off guard by the carnage in the room. You kind of pick up a bit of anger on his face, given the state that the room and the building as a whole is in. But he kind of quickly snaps out of it and shrugs it off, coming back to his original purpose. The Horde of Twigblights is rushing back. We must be quick. Have you found my father yet?
We believe he's below the stairs. We are heading there now. And I'll point.
They've taken him to the cellar. Then he'll be through the door. And yeah, he's coming. He like begins to move towards this door that they pointed out earlier. Kind of opens this door and shows you guys the stairs.
No,
You guys don't have to
wrong
move your
way.
tokens.
Hmm.
I'll just do that real quick.
Ah.
And I gotta bring Ketha back. He went upstairs.
I saw him disappear in the wrong way.
There we go.
That's not me.
Do we hear anything?
So he quickly moves.
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Your description.
Adrian quickly moves to the room and he notices the ravens in the rafters as he's kind of coming through like the big winery area itself. And he kind of looks up to one of the ravens and like, is he in there? This raven leaps from the rafters and starts to fall to the ground, kind of just like a dive. And in the process of falling, it goes into a plume of smoke that dissipates as quickly as it appears, and on the ground is a man is standing. They're keeping him in the cellar, Adrian, though I haven't heard him. He hesitates for a moment. I haven't heard him shout for some time. He kind of this man who just transformed, sports somewhat of a guilty kind of side glance at you guys. Had I known you were aiding the Martikas, I would have come to your aid. I just didn't know you or what was happening. Sorry for that.
Time is against us. We must move quick.
Even though
They're right.
he was kind of a dead giveaway. We're killing the things that are imprisoning them, but okay, I'll take it.
They're right about time. Barthos and a few of the others are out in the tree line by the mist edge. They're creating a diversion to get us in. Find them as fast as you can, and find some way to help them delay the massive tumbleweeds that are on their way here now. And this man kind of nods and kind of leaps back up into the air, retransforms into this raven, and flies out through an opening into the roof. We have no time. Let's make it quick. We have to find my father before they get here.
Do we hear anything from downstairs at all? Any sort of noises?
Moving to the top of the stairs down to the cellar, looking down, it's pitch dark at the bottom. You would know you would need a light source to see going down there. Those of you that don't have dark vision, excuse me. You don't quite hear anything. You do hear kind of like the rain that's picked up a little bit on the outside. But other than that, you don't hear anything. And Adrian, kind of, as you're kind of taking a moment to kind of check it out, what are we waiting for? We must be quick.
Alright, I'm gonna head down the stairs.
I'm gonna pull out the bullseye lantern because I don't have dark vision, so I'm just gonna use it as just like a general light. If I can.
I think at this point, Vale would probably cast
Light,
light.
your shield or
Oh,
As you guys are
something.
making your way, he casts light on your shield.
Why do I even have the lantern? Fuck it. Sell it next
you never
chance I
know.
get it.
It's always good to have a backup.
True.
Might be some days that you don't have that. So as you guys make your way down, I'm not going to take. There's a little bit of order involved. Obviously, first person to look in there might make a perception check, so you can choose who goes down first.
Catherine probably.
Gotham said
Yeah,
it
I'll
was
go.
one,
Yeah,
so
Catherine.
I'll
Already
do it.
said. So the wood stair kind of creaks beneath your feet as you move down the steps. The smell of wet dew and mold on cold stone thickens in your nostrils as you make your way. Peering through the door frame at the bottom of the stair, with your dark vision, you see wooden pillars and beams that support the 10-foot high ceiling, give or take, in this cellar. It is bone-chillingly cold down here. The room itself is split into 2 by 5. Is split by a 2 by 5 foot thick. I'm sorry, split in 2 by a 5 foot thick brick wall. So it's like 2 rooms. You're entering into this right room, but there's another room off to your left.
Soon
And
call,
they're like both like wine storage, and there's like a brick wall that kind of separates them in the middle. There is a passage that goes through the middle or the side of it, so you can go through to it. Just letting you know, there's a brick wall that separates these 2 cellars. Each half of the cellar features about an 8-foot tall wooden partition that doubles as a wine rack. So it's like obscuring your vision is like this big long wine rack with possible more room behind it. The western rack, which would be like the rack that is directly in front of you, stands empty. But the other rack in the other room that you can see from where you're standing is half filled with wine bottles. You don't hear or see anything of yet.
So there's a big wall, 2 separate rooms.
Yeah, so you kind of come down these stairs. You come to this doorway. This doorway goes into like this rectangular room full of like a row of wine racks. Off to your left, you see a brick wall kind of built in, and then there's like an opening against, going into another room.
Also,
Okay,
That
I'm
is
gonna-
similarly as wine racks.
I'm gonna like ready an arrow and then just kind of slip in and slowly approach the other room.
As you kind of walk through that door, give me a perception check with an arrow ready.
Jums is late, so our cams are all messed up for now. Till he's here. The buddy on the stream requests a dog cam.
What do my elvish eyes see?
You stop in your tracks as you load this arrow in your bow. You hear whispering coming from behind the other rack in the other room. For a moment, you stop and you kind of look, and you see him. And in the moment you do, he sees you. He loses his concentration, though. It sounded like he was kind of coming up with some sort of incantation or spell, and he fumbles it. And in his hands, you see a similar staff to the one from before. They plot against the lady, slaughter them, drink their blood. And he kind of darts behind out of vision into the wine rack. And give me a moment.
It's a little aggressive. Drink their
Can I
blood.
not? Can I not let it fly?
Yeah, no, we got to get you in there first. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that man. He's very hairy.
They're all like here. You kind of see him
Has
over
some
there.
hair.
Can I get that light on my shield when you get a chance, Money? I can't see anything.
Yep.
And
Once.
this guy, I'm assuming, looks like the other
Hairy men.
druids. Yeah.
Where are you? Like buried
Me?
under people. There you are.
Oh
No,
yeah.
look-
My bad. Should move.
Thank you.
I'm gonna like stack some of you guys back here a little bit because he's the only one out there. We'll say you guys are still on the stairs. Just don't go back because I have that little up and down thing. If you do, just come right back. It's no big deal. So you see this man, and because you did ready an arrow, go ahead and make an attack. But we'll go in initiative after. So go ahead and target him and loose.
Oh yeah, target. I'm not gonna do sharpshooter.
Okay. Immediately crushing this guy before he moves out of sight. Go ahead and roll damage. That definitely hits.
That's not a bad roll.
11 damage, and in the process of him moving and you shooting, he goes up one space. Yeah, so we can go ahead and have everybody roll initiative. Or actually, before that, Catherine, we'll put you here, and you guys can go ahead and orient yourselves in the white box. You see that white lining?
And I'm just gonna kind of say bogey.
I'm gonna
left.
move you back.
Cool.
There.
Go and like seal team 6 on him.
I'll put Adrian out of the way. And Vale will be pulling up the rear there.
Judas Kalain want to swap maybe?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
I'll go to
In
Alright,
case
you guys
people
good?
come down then.
Front and center.
Spiral.
Alright, go ahead and roll initiative.
This spiral goes up. Correct, Money? Off to the
Correct.
right? Okay.
Hey,
If you remember, it's very similar to that ramp you guys had seen previously above. It looked like an arrow ramp.
God, I have not rolled good.
And Vale.
I've never rolled good.
I rolled
initiative.
well in initiative, which is
Oh, Vale did
Dang,
pretty
and that's
good.
weird for you too,
yeah.
Austin. Like, what the hell?
So as he kind of yells out, drink that blood, the beings, you start to see all this movement of vines and roots along the walls and stuff behind all of the cellars as these beings begin to come off of the walls.
We can't see anything through these wine racks here. It's like a full wall to us, right? Making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see, I'll give you, there's 3 beings back here. You can kind of see through like the holes of the wine rack.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, my
And then
cameras
over
are fixed now.
here,
The Jones is here.
You
Let's
can't
go.
see, you can see. Hey. And then let's see. So you've seen Homeboy here.
What up, Jones? Welcome back.
Hey, Jams.
Oh, wait, wrong.
You didn't miss much. They went down into the cellar. Adrian showed up. Was like, "We gotta hurry." They found a dude that transformed from a raven into a human, and then back. And Adrian gave him instructions, and then he left to go help make another diversion for you guys. He came down in the cellar, and some druid down here immediately attacked you. And he has something. He has a similar staff to the Gulthia staff above.
And he has an arrow in his shoulder already.
Yeah, and
Wonder
Mr.
why.
Radiant Arrow nat 20'd him in the face. So go ahead and beginning combat. Top of the order is actually our guy who rips the arrow out of his arm. Kind of, you hear him like yelp a little bit. This time, I don't think he's going to fail the spell he was trying to cast with a surprise against you. He holds out his staff and mutters, instead of whispering, says aloud the incantation, and the ground beneath your feet begins to rumble.
Ooh.
Everybody needs to make a dex saving throw.
Well, that's not too bad.
Is it so I can see him now right now? Alright.
Yeah.
He said Dex.
Oh, Christ.
It should prompt you, did it not? Oh, I think I have to roll damage first. I'm sorry, guys. You can keep those rolls.
I'll hold it if you want.
So should I go ahead and just roll it anyway, or what?
You can.
Because
You can
it
cancel
prompted me. You sure?
If you already Vale and Judas already rolled, so you guys are good.
Yeah. Sadly, I know I failed.
17 damage if you failed. Half
Oh.
damage if you succeeded. Go ahead and apply that now, and then
17.
17.
Oh.
Welcome
Wait,
back,
what's the
Guns. You're back
saving?
down to 0. No.
And this
What's
whole
the-
area is now rough terrain.
What's the number? That way to
What was
get
the
to save?
failure?
Oh, sorry, the DC. Yeah, it should.
Well, I think it said
prompted.
12.
Yeah, it's just 12.
I half expected you guys to be just dragging my unconscious body as by the time I got here.
So Ketham and Dallin and Judas, you all fail, take the full damage.
Damn.
Don't think there's anything else.
And that's
Yeah,
rough
that just
terrain now.
becomes rough terrain, and you see him dart back out of sight. Well, some of you do. Some of you are still on the stairs.
I'm not doing
Alright.
well.
How do I put damage on my guy?
Just you do it manually on your portrait.
Do it. There's a lot of ways to do it. You can do it on your sheet. You can right-click your token, highlight the 46, type in -17.
Why is not letting me change it?
46? Dear Christ, man.
I'll put it on there for you. Or wait, no, you
Okay, yeah,
succeeded,
what's-
didn't you?
I'm sitting here with a max of
No, I had
34.
11.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, 17. You should be. Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me edit it.
Kind of moving. You hear kind of like wood on stone, kind of smashing around. You see a couple vines come around the corner, and this being comes moving into
Ugh.
a gauge. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not what he does. My bad, my bad, my bad. That's the wrong guy.
Wanders out, wanders back in. Good.
A bunch of needles kind of shoot out from this needle blight, and 21 will hit,
We already showed the dog.
dealing
Uh,
Show the dog again. Hold on.
9
I
piercing
can't interrupt
damage
him.
to you, Ketham.
Wait, Z-Man bro, is that you, Zach?
I can apply it for you if you'd like. I just have to click one button, so I already applied it for you.
Okay, cool.
I can't interrupt everyone to show the dog. Again.
You guys hear kind of like a
We already showed the
screech and a
dog.
scream kind of let out as a familiar creature kind of bounds over this thorn blight around the corner, and this guy
big
comes moving
fiddlesticks.
Oh, this guy.
and he is gonna go for the double claw attack on you, Ketham.
I don't have the cam for the dog. The dog's not in my
7
room.
will
It's in
miss.
Joel's. I gotta tell Joel to do it.
Multi-attack for a nat 20.
Oh lord.
Yeesh. 16 slashing
Jesus Christ.
with a failed save.
Did Ketham just
you
go
are
down?
I'm not interrupting him.
Is it 16?
Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'll apply it. Don't worry. He's almost down, and you are now frightened of this creature. Frightened is pretty simple to remember. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while this source of fear
I
is
can't see the stream, Zach. Hold on. Hold on,
within your
hold
line of sight.
on. When they're not talking,
And
I'll
you
jump
cannot willingly move closer
We'll show
to
the
it.
dog.
Obviously, you can't move
Also,
closer to
AJ.
it now, but yeah, you are now frightened of this scarecrow as it invades your mind after pimp slapping you with its claw. Adrian kind of comes charging in through you guys, kind of yelling out, "Father, where are you?" 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. kind of coming out, seeing this dude, the scarecrow, kind of Ketham already getting kind of pummeled.
Hold on,
He's gonna let an arrow loose from his crossbow.
Hey.
For 3 damage. Oh no. Cursing this
Great.
scarecrow. Filthy things.
3 rolled,
Veil.
1 applied, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it was applied.
Oh boy.
Certain.
So what? Just so I understand, I'm in like a staircase, kind of going down to the cellar, kind of deal.
Yeah. That's correct.
There you go. There's dog.
Judas, why are you near death? Did you not? You've been near death.
I took 17 damage.
From what? Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn, you don't have much health. Okay, my bad. Sorry,
No.
go ahead.
I don't.
That's my max movement if that's difficult or rough terrain.
Joel says you guys are
10,
the best.
15, 20, 25.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I thought it was difficult terrain moving through Judas too.
That's right.
That's
you're
just my shitty rules.
Oh yeah, I don't do that. Never mind. Yeah, man, it's been so long I don't even remember my own rules. No, you can move through allies.
Okay, and
Relatively
this
easily.
guy beside me up here is also an ally, right?
The guy to the right is
This guy?
That's
Yeah, that's
Adrian.
Davian's son. He showed
Yes,
up.
right. Okay, sorry. I'm just like I just got
No, no,
off a
you're-
flight. I'm like so bagged right now. Okay, yeah, just shoot the scarecrow twice.
Hey yo,
Got
Zach.
targeted.
Joel says hi. He said, tell him I said what's up and say hi to
Back
Georgia
to
for me."
blasting. Oh, I always hit that. That's wrong. Sorry. What was the first roll? 7.
Which ends up being 14. Still hits.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Hetz. Steven's got the doggo on the bid there. That's pickle
Dealing
man.
12 force damage. I'm assuming you're blasting them
Yep. If I can.
back. Was it 5 feet?
It's 10, but I feel like this angle might not get me 10. You know, I'm kind of hitting him against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, I'll give you 5. It's fair enough.
Another one's coming anyway. That's not.
10 does miss, so as he's kind of falls back into the wall, the other one shatters up against the wall, sending rock across the room. Anything else, Vale?
Where were we? And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Coming out of his trance. From around another corner, another one of those needle blights appears, targeting Vale. Hitting for 11 piercing. These guys are rolling high, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kalane.
It's Morbid time. I'm going to activate Blade Song first. So a little gust of wind
Okay.
blows around me. And then I'm going to move. You said rough terrain, right? Even if I'm moving through my compatriots.
Yeah, it's rough terrain in
Cool.
that brown box.
Is this a wall right here, Money? In between these two guys? In between the Blight and the Scarecrow?
No, there's no wall. There's like a
Oh.
beam here. It's just kind of there for visual looking.
Perfect.
No.
Yeah, cool. I'll go here. And also, sorry if I messed this thing up, but I changed the macro or the equation for Green Flame Blade because it wasn't doing it right, so I hope it's good. So I'm going to swing Green Flame Blade at Scarecrow with fire going over to the Blight afterwards. So, sword
Okay.
glows green. Attack. Oh, it's doing stupid stuff.
Is that
14.
14 hits?
Okay, cool. It's gonna be. This is dumb. Okay, yeah. No, I messed it up.
One second.
let me get you the damage here in a sec. So 1d6. This would be sword damage plus modifier plus 1, so that's 4 sword damage. And then this would be fire damage
Why is your sword only +1?
plus 2.
Should be plus your dex, right?
Yeah, plus 3. Sorry, it's so it's 3 plus 3, so 6 piercing, 7 fire on the scarecrow, and then 6 fire on this guy.
So I'm sorry, it's 13. So it's 6 piercing.
6 piercing plus 1d8 fire on the
Which
target,
gets-
and then
Hold on. Let's do that one real quick before we get to the needle dude, because this guy's
Yeah.
got some weird stuff. The piercing doesn't seem to have much of an effect.
Okay.
So it doesn't really. You kind of pierce into it. Doesn't seem to really matter. But the fire has great effect.
I think we'll take
As you
that
kind of
outcome.
stab into him, the thing kind of just doesn't even like really budge. Just kind of like even slides a little bit closer onto your blade, and your blade erupts into fire and just like shatters half of its body across the room. Embers go flying everywhere. And then 6 additional fire kind of leaps over, scoring the needle blight next to him. Seems to have similar effect to him. He's not all dried up like this thing is.
Gotcha. Cool. And then I'm going to move up. Actually, no, I'll stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Another scarecrow appears, and this time it's behind Adrian. Adrian kind of turns, sees this thing. Oh shit! I might need some help over here. Definitely kind of clawing at him. He wasn't ready. Had his bow out. Dealing 5 damage, and he fails the save, so he is now frightened of this thing. It reaches out again, this time attacking. Does not have advantage, just regular. Misses with a 15.
Early
Yeah, the scarecrow kind of comes crashing around the corner, making all kinds of spooky noises. I don't really make the spooky noises very well.
Let's get a soundbite from Fiddlesticks from the league.
Another scarecrow appears, comes up behind the near destroyed one, targets you, Kalain, with a terrifying glare. Did it prompt you?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, still scared.
Failing that one, you are magically frightened until the end of the scarecrow's next turn. You are also considered paralyzed in
Oof.
fear.
You're looking good, boys.
Which one's paralyzed?
A little zappy looking one, I think. Almost like 2 lightning bolts, if I remember
That's
correctly.
shocked.
No, that just means you hate Jews, Hunter.
That's alright.
That came out pretty quick. I'm just gonna put.
Second row, third from the third one. Looks like a guy getting
Oh,
crossed by.
yeah, it looks like blessed or something.
I am streaming, by the way, Steven.
Judas.
You said double lightning bolt.
Scarecrows begin pouring out in this room, and Judas is still hiding in the corridor here.
The heck,
Hiding.
Judas
Just kidding. Judas,
trips over a rock.
Yeah, right. I don't like any of this. So that's 5'10". Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
From over here, since I could see at least one corner of this guy, what is that? Can I like shoot this dude?
Yeah, no, you can see him. There's just a beam there. It's just kind of there for aesthetic lighting or whatever.
Okay. Okay. So it's not an actual blockage or anything from this location.
Okay, well, you moved here already. That's 5'10". You're moving
Right.
through another space. So which way are you going?
I didn't know if that was a wall or not. But yeah, fair enough.
No, that's just a post.
Gotcha. Can I take an action from somebody else's location?
No.
No.
You have to move to
Okay.
the free space first. You get 20 movement left. 20 feet.
Okay. Can I
Basically 2 more
move?
blocks.
Can I move here?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna move there. Oh, come on.
You're just
And-
perplexed by these posts in the room.
I really, really am. I am fumbling around, stumbling around, and I look kind of in this direction and see like, it looks like a straight line. And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh boy.
Rest in peace, Kalain.
Where are you sending this at?
That does not look right. Hold on.
There's a corner of a wall here. If this is where you're shooting it, by the way.
Hold on. It just kind of completely shit itself. I'm loading back in. Hold, please. Okay.
You want to try it again?
Place measured.
It's actually shooting
Yeah.
at you, Hunter.
Just directly.
Yeah, like it's just showing like a horizontal.
That's
That's
what it
lightning
is.
You
bolt.
rotate it.
Use
Rotate
your
Oh.
mouse wheel. Scroll.
mouse wheel.
And cool.
And you have to the lightning bolt, like the center, the centerpiece has to originate from your character's portrait.
Like the center.
Let's be careful with Kalain.
Yeah,
Or
no, that
not. Choice is yours.
worked. Even though it's not getting that middle guy, it looks like, which makes no sense.
You should be able to get all 3 of these guys.
Yeah,
But
it just
not
looks
him.
like from this one. Yeah, no, I was. There we go. It's not showing that it's targeting him, but okay.
All right,
Anyway,
so roll.
roll damage.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay, not bad.
That's pretty good.
could have been
Yeah.
better.
Could have been worse.
Hey, we take
And it-
those.
I wish it would have prompted me. Now I got to do it all myself. Usually that works, unless you did something wrong, Steve-O.
No, it's targeting. It shows only this one is targeted and this one is targeted, not the middle one. That's why I was trying to like futz around with it.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna have to roll their dice manually. I don't know why I didn't.
There's one
pick
back
up.
here.
Maybe.
See that far.
Faya, what's your spells DC?
I think it's like 13.
13.
I think. Let me. Where is that?
I
The
was
very
struggling
bottom
for
of your
volunteer.
spellbook tab, bottom left. DC
Very
15.
bottom. Yeah, DC 15.
All right, so the front 2 fail. This one evaporates. This one takes the full damage as well, but is still alive. And this guy saves, taking half, which near kills him as well. As this lightning bolt shoots out, the first thing it hits kind of takes the brunt of this bolt as it cracks across the room. This thing, it just shatters into pieces. All these valuable fancy parts that you might be able to harvest off this thing just go everywhere.
Gonna add 5 minutes to your search
electrocutes.
time.
Kind of surges through the second scarecrow and then kind of jumps to the next creature, nearly frying off all of its needles from its body and ricocheting off the stone and soon going into the floor and dissipating. Anything else, Judas?
That is all I'm going to do.
All right, Dallin.
I've been debating on what to do with my turn. I think Adrian can handle 1 scarecrow, and my bro is frightened and paralyzed, so I'm gonna charge 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to here.
Okay.
I am going to use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this closest scarecrow.
Okay.
So I'm kind of grabbing my amulet of tear as I kind of run forward, speaking to myself, kind of glaring at this thing. So that's gonna let me do. I think it's 1d6. It's concentration. I can pass it around as a bonus action when they die, and then I'm gonna swing at them. That was my main action.
Okay.
I didn't hit anybody back here, did I, Money?
Did you see anybody back there?
That's not what I said. The lightning bolt went that way.
You don't know if it hit
Did you
because
see
you
it?
couldn't see. That's what he's getting.
Okay.
At.
Fair enough.
That hit. 21 hits.
Okay, so I'll
You
roll the.
smash him in the chest.
Here's the hunter's mark, and then here is the hammer.
Let me check something real quick about the hunter's mark. What kind of damage is that?
It's one. I don't know what type it is.
I always thought the hunter's mark, it was whatever damage you're already doing.
Yeah.
Okay, if it didn't specify, then it's
It's
extra bludgeoning.
Extra
So you
1d6
did-
damage when you hit it with a weapon attack. That's all it says. So yeah, bludgeoning, I guess.
I'm trying to. So you did hunter's mark, which should have been.
It's literally his mark, guys. I
Deuce.
can't believe you're pigeonholing him like this.
And then that was applied correctly. Okay. Wait, no, it wasn't. Go back. There we go. So a little bit of resistance is involved there. It didn't do too much damage to him.
Okay, I'm gonna follow up with the second attack then.
Okay.
Swing into hammer.
Hey, good hits.
24 hits.
And do this, and I'll roll another d. Is it just one per turn, or is it any? Oh, all right. Well, never mind. Is it whenever you hit it with a weapon attack? It doesn't say once per turn, so I would have added another d6 if any resistance is coming to play, or is it?
Yeah, no, it's every single time.
Okay. Does he
Every
use
time you hit
Cigar,
it.
or did
But
resistance?
yeah, you smash him. You get him. The follow-up swing kind of shatters the wood post that's holding up his quote-unquote spine, and he just kind of snaps in half and ceases to move.
Actually, just out of curiosity, would my silvering of the weapon have helped at all? I'm trying to figure out what type of. Okay.
No.
All right, just making sure.
Sure. Yeah, you didn't see any effect.
Okay. I think I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Coming to your flank, you see another needle beast, needle creature, needle blight come across the behind the other one. This one does target you, Dallin.
Okay.
To which he does fire. A stream of needles come soaring through. Oof.
Jesus.
For a
Yeah, that hits.
nat 20 of 17 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. All right, later, dudes. I'm out.
Are you down?
Dropping you unconscious and losing your concentration. Sorry, man. That was a rough roll.
This is what it is.
Ketham,
were
the
you
sorcerer, you're
concentrating on?
frightened,
Hunter's
is
mark.
gone.
Oh, yeah, right.
I guess -2, right?
It
Money.
is. 1 second. I don't know if the paralyzation goes away. Let me just make sure real quick.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Nice.
It says the end of his next turn. He doesn't have another turn, so it ends. Kevin.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this guy. I got just north of Dallin. And I
Okay.
will do sharpshooter.
Easy enough. That is
For
gonna
8.
miss hard.
I'll use my
Would have
second
hit.
attack.
But did not this time.
I'll use my second attack on the guy down the hallway.
Okay.
And I'm not
That
gonna
one's
do,
going to be. Oh, you're sharpshooter, so you're not worried about cover.
I'm not gonna do sharpshooter this time, so
Okay. So you fire one arrow, kind of immediately hits that post in front of you. Guy's a little bit obscured, so you turn and you fire one at the other guy. 17 will hit. This one kind of hitting it right in the chest. Seemingly the last thread that was holding it together, and the thing kind of collapses into a pile of needles. Anything else?
for bonus action I'm going to do my second wind.
Okay. I was just about to ask, what do you guys have against healing?
We don't
There
have
he
any.
is.
I didn't expect to take 17 damage.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I wanted to see who would get hit the
Not
hardest,
ideal.
and then I'd heal them.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Still
So
not letting me.
I'll do it. There you go. I don't know why it's not letting you.
Is he still in the party token?
But you are now up to 10 health. No, party token is not down here. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Top of the order, you kind of hear this kind of feet on stone, no shoes, like bare feet, come around the corner. You're going to die here, paladin. Or you're dead already. You're gonna die here, wizard.
He's
He holds
laying
out
there
his
slumped on the
staff,
ground.
and part of the staff kind of like cracks and shatters, and it becomes like a little bit shorter. But in its place is like a glowing green orb, and it's just like this, like that cartoonish, like stinky aroma look to it. As it kind of, it's not smelly, but it just has like this greenish smoke coming off of it, and it launches at you.
Inky stick.
And he is going to cast Blight. Depending on if you succeed or not, it'll be 34 points of damage.
Oh man, I better succeed. If not, I'm down. Wait.
So that's a failure.
Wait, hold up. I might have some bonuses here for something.
He's
Do
reaching.
you have an inspiration?
I gain bonus to Constitution saving throws. To maintain concentration on a spell. Does that mean that I only have Constitution saving throws advantage on con saves when I'm concentrating, or con saves in general?
It's advantage on maintaining your concentration, not any other
Well,
cons.
I would argue that I'm concentrating on staying alive.
Okay, well that would be a
Shut up.
second. That would be a different roll. I'm gonna apply the
That's good.
damage. I'm sorry, that's another man down.
Okay, that's me.
Falling to the ground, and there's nothing else dealing with blight that I have to worry about. Open. Okay, yeah, no, you just take the damage, you fall unconscious. To which he then moves, laughs, "You're all going to die," and then runs back out of sight. Over to Adrian, he pulls out his longsword and longsword. He actually dual hands this beast. Swings at the scarecrow in front of him. Misses, but attacks again. This time hitting for not very much. 5 damage, but it is actually no, he does have a magical sword, so that's the full.
Oh.
I forgot he had that. All right, and that's his turn. Vale.
Oh man, we are in bad shape at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Okay, with Dallin going down and him being our literal knight in shining armor, I'm going to blast this dude here, the spiky dude.
Okay.
My shit's kind of fucked up at the moment. Actually, it's all frozen. 1 second. I can't seem to target this gentleman, but I can do everything else, I think.
You're hitting the Tango key.
Yeah, I mean, I target everybody else. I just, for some reason, I can't get it on him. Can't get his name or whatever.
Let me remove some things that might be causing issues. Can you do it now?
No.
Try refreshing. I don't know.
Yeah.
just foundry things, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. I can target him so easy now.
All right, first one kind of goes blasting out, absolutely crushes into his chest. Roll damage. He's kind of turning his gaze towards Judas to fire another salvo, but you send all those needles back toward him, and he shatters into pieces. These things you're starting to pick up on hit like trucks, but they fall apart pretty easily. The glass cannons.
Gotcha. I don't see anybody else, so I'm just going to maybe step
You
down.
do see this
I
scarecrow behind
Don't
you.
see him. Pardon me.
Is there a weird? Why didn't you see
Yeah.
what's going on there?
For me, it's like colored, and then it's black and white. So I'm not sure.
I couldn't see over that thing that you just cleared up just there, like this whole time.
Well, that's supposed to be a wall, he was saying.
Oh,
I think he
okay.
just
My
deleted
bad.
it to try and help.
Yeah, it's just
did.
that right-hand side. It almost looks like just behind Adrian, that line there.
It's pitch dark in here. The light that you're receiving is off of Dallin's shield. You cast light on. I cast light on him for you.
Gotcha.
He's kind of
Gotcha.
in the darkness.
I see. That's fine. But yeah, so I don't see that other guy that you've revealed then, because that's my bad. Yeah, I got
that.
If I got nobody else I can see, then can't shoot anybody. So I'm just going to bonus action 2 dice at Dallin.
Okay. Go ahead and do so. Any movement or anything?
I'll take it. Is it just a flat 5, or is there any
I'm
bonuses to that?
no flat 5. It's
Okay.
just whatever d6 I get to roll.
Cool, thank you.
And yeah, I'll stay here, I guess.
Bit of energy kind of leaves your fingers and goes over kind of Dallin in a quick succession. Kind of just folds over him and disappears, and he kind of just comes out of his unconsciousness. Kalain, give me a death saving throw.
Weren't you making them?
Or wait, I roll.
Yeah,
them,
you're,
that's
you're
right.
making
Sorry.
those. Yeah, I could do it if you want.
Okay.
I don't like that expression. That's a nat one.
You come back with 1 health.
Back to the other scarecrow, engaged with Adrian. Who should have had disadvantage on his attacks. I forgot about the frightened, but that's alright. Not going back now. Attack misses the first swipe, goes again for another, misses entirely again. Moving to Judas.
I can see everything in the room right now. Like, I can see through the center wall.
Yeah, I deleted it because I thought it was causing issues.
Uh-oh.
I will draw it again. There you go.
Okay. I did notice that this guy was here. Can I stand over Kalain?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just
Because
laying on
he's
the ground.
unconscious. So,
Being
You must
useless.
step in.
stepping over his
Step
body.
Taking a nap.
I'm going to go ahead and cast. Let's see here. I'm gonna do Tasha's Mind Whip, trying to feel this guy out in the darkness and just lash out at him for all of the pain and misery he's been causing.
Okay. You feel nothing. It is a plant, but it is susceptible to your attack.
Feeling guys.
No emotion, no thoughts. You just feel a bit of commanding magic coming from the other side of the room.
My God, Jesus.
Succeeds, but takes 6 damage and is half dead from 6 damage.
And then that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Gonna hide next to Ketham and just turn to him and just like, please up.
Clayne's dying on the ground and you're joking about uppies right now.
Yeah.
All right, moving
I'm
on
joking.
to Dallin.
These are serious uppies.
You come to prone on the floor.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use 15 feet to stand up. And then I've been torn on if I should use an action to heal or an action to kill. But I see my brother dying on the ground right now, so I am going to hit him with... I have 15 more of my 25 lay on hands. I'm going to hit him with 13 out of 15 of those points. So as an action, I reach down and touch him, and
You can target him and do that, and it should give you a prompt to heal him.
I don't have like a feature for it. I just have a number.
Oh, that's
Is
right.
it? Oh, I do actually have. Let me see if this works. It says it's going to use all 25. I don't know how to make it do less. I don't have 25 anyway, so I'll hit him with the 13. Been doing those manually. I'll see if I can get it to work.
Yeah, he healed for 13.
Cool. And then I still have 15 feet of movement.
And this needle blight is staring daggers at you as you look at it.
As a bonus action, I'll transfer my Hunter's Mark to that needle blight.
Sure.
And then I'll go ahead and push up one right up against him, keep him pinned back here a little bit.
Okay.
Hope to God he doesn't blast me again.
Not a bad move, because he was gonna, but because you move up close, he instead tries to hit you with his claws.
Alright. Hopefully that's weaker. God damn
Wow.
it.
What is going on?
Come on, man. Oh, jeez. That's 2 crits on me now. Hopefully it's 2 damage. Alright,
9.
later, boys, again.
Falls back to the ground.
Jesus.
Just still a little shaky deer legs as you stood back up, and he kind of swiped you again, and unconscious you go. Sorry,
I'm not
man.
weak. They're just
rough.
strong, okay?
Get them.
Can you put a mark on him so I don't forget where it is? Like a hunter's mark of some sort. Oh, I'm sorry. What I lost concentration on that. What am I talking about? I don't have that anymore. My bad.
Oh, that's right.
I just completely
Yeah, you're
forgot about that part of it.
Yeah,
Conveniently.
we lost that last turn.
My bad.
It's all good.
I'm gonna move here. That's 15, right?
5, 10, 15. Yep.
Oh, I don't know if I should hit this guy or go for the bitch boy.
It's as I pass out.
I'm gonna go 20, 25, and I'm gonna shoot at bitch boy. Let me see if I have any.
With
Panic.
Oh, I
I've
don't
been
have
knocked
any
out multiple
fighting
times in this
spirit
campaign
left.
so far.
I'm gonna attack with
I've got one
sharpshooter.
built.
All or
I've got
nothing.
a secondary built. Mostly built.
No way you'll hit me again. God damn, you definitely hit me again.
Ooh.
So 15 damage.
Dude, sharpshooter's crazy, man.
Dang.
Plus 10 is nuts.
Because it's minus 5?
Minus 5
Minus
to hit,
5 to
plus 10
hit,
damage.
plus
Yeah.
10 damage.
Yeah, so the 5 automatically applied. I just took off the additional 10.
Okay, and then
He's looking badly injured. He's starting to bleed from all these arrows sticking out of him.
I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Stop putting holes in my shirt.
15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 hits.
God,
You want to pay for?
dang.
Still barely alive. Fuck
And I still fuck. I still have 5 movement left, so I'm just gonna kind of wave at him and then hide behind the wall.
Get back here.
And that will be my turn.
Oh.
Top of the order. Sorry, my kids are screaming, so I was waiting to talk. You hear this limping, just the.
About to get your ass blasted.
As red of near death as I have ever seen.
He points the staff down to the ground at his feet.
Oh no.
He casts Long Strider. I think that's.
Oh.
Yeah. So 5,
It's an interesting choice.
50, 20, 25,
I don't panic.
30, 35.
Panic wants him to fireball us.
You just hear him bleeding all the way across as he begins to run away. Adrian, not actually frightened. I forgot to take that off because he missed both times. Still kind of engaged. Is anybody gonna help me with this thing?
He's got it.
He's doing better out of all of us.
Seriously. Dude scratched, half of us are dead on the floor. He's like, hey, can I get some help over here?
Playing the fucking
It's kind
tutorial.
of funny because he's not that beefy, but he does have that sword. And these things are pretty easy to hit. Yep. Kills it.
Solo some asshole.
Can I get some help? Kills it. Alright, okay. This guy's needy.
Veil.
And kind of, I guess out of the course of all this, I would have noticed this little dude come out of that hallway at some point.
What, this thing over here or what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you see needles shooting out from there, and you saw Down go, ah, and this thing just go thunk and knock him unconscious for the second time.
Yeah.
Almost like cartoon levels of comedy.
Falling down, going,
Dink.
I need more. Fail. More magic touch.
Just
What'd it do, Vale?
save. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna actually use my action. I'm gonna kind of pass through Judas here. Get a little closer, and I will cast Cure Wounds on Dallin.
The
Nice. Yeah, target him and should prompt everything.
Is the rough terrain still here? Is that a concentration for old boy? Or is
He
it
blew
just-
up. He blew up the floor and some of the walls. It's,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a
magical
permanent
nature.
thing. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Damn!
What?
It's creepy.
What kind
Bam!
of?
You healed all his TBIs. Anything else?
That's good for me.
Thanks, man.
Oh wait,
Oh, you did it at 3rd level. Okay, I was wondering, like, holy shit, how'd you do that?
What's up?
no, that's good. I was thinking about using a bonus action dice, but I need to save them.
Kalain, you are waking up in the prone position, having been healed by your brother's touch. Just kind of a weird way of saying it. Lay of Hands has healed you.
You immediately still fall over again. Get back up, brother. We must get in the fight. Turns around and gets bonked.
Well, first, like, I'm relieved my brother's okay, and then I'm gonna take a look at Ketham. And point my finger at him and say,
Firebolt.
I'm gonna say Fastineri, which means haste in Latin. And I'm gonna say, go catch that fucker. So now you are
Oh.
hasted, Ketham.
Oh, speaking Latin now.
Yeah,
It is
I'm gonna do
That's
that.
the
That's my thing now. Steven's got the cards, I got the Latin, so oh yeah, Google Translate going, good to go.
Anything else?
Bonus action. No, that's all I can do. I'm gonna get out of the way of this needle dick and go somewhere else.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go here. There,
5, 10, 15.
right there. One more up, just to get out of the way of Kevin. Yep.
20.
That's
Okay.
it.
Judas.
Kind of seeing all this happen. 5'10", 15, and I can shoot this guy without issue because I'm like putting a hand over on top of his shoulder, right?
Right.
I'm,
Cool.
I'm prone anyways.
Oh yeah, you're knocked
I don't know
down.
if that would matter, but
You put one boot on his back, and I have you, friend.
Hey, hold on, I need a little bit of a, and I get like one knee up on it and like kneel on you really quick, and then just I'm going to go ahead and do Ray of Frost at that guy.
Okay. Will hit.
ooh,
And that will not kill. 2 ones on the damage.
ouch, that is brutal.
Ah,
is,
yeah.
It
my
hits like
God.
eyes of snake. Ugh. And I
This massive thing of like a ray of frost comes just exploding out of your hand, but you're too busy like making all these gestures and all these jokes. Your hand was still pointed up, so like you hit the
Yeah.
ceiling, but some of it fell, and a pebble got in his eye. 2 damage.
I'll end my turn right there.
Dallin laying prone.
15 to stand up again. I'm mad. I'm gonna smash the shit out of this guy with my hammer.
Picturing Joe Toy from Band of Brothers getting blown up by 2 grenades in 5 minutes. That'll hit.
All right, here we go. Don't do.
That'll
Hey!
kill. Just enough.
Oh my
The most
God.
evil boss in this entire fight had 13 health points max.
Seriously.
There you go. He's down.
Alright, so I've used 15 to do that. You said well, I guess I can't see it, but like, I'm aware that this guy died right over here, the scarecrow. I knew he was
You
there.
seen Adrian turn after kind of slashing it, and it's like, I have fallen the beast,
Okay.
or something along those lines. He announced he killed it.
Okay, I'm trying to. I don't know where the other guy went, but I know he's over in that area, so I'm gonna spend my last 15, 5, 10, 15 to there. No idea where he's
Hello,
at.
brother.
So, oh, hey, and I'll end my turn there.
All right. Ketham the Hedgehog.
Before I hasted, let me just read what it does right quick, so you know. You have your speed is doubled. You have +2 to AC, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and gain an additional action on each of your turns.
Which means
But-
4 attacks
Shit.
for you.
When you lose it, when the spell ends, you cannot move or take actions until after your next turn
Oh
if
yeah.
you're tired.
So I'm gonna go
That's gonna come into play when the horde's chasing us.
We'll carry him. It's okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm just gonna shoot him from right here.
Disadvantage for being that close? Within 5.
Oh,
You shoot him
okay.
with
So
the
since
bow.
I'm,
What are they?
what would be? Is there a wall there, or is that good? Or is there like a? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot
Should
him.
do an opportunity attack at you, but it's fine. We've all made mistakes. Yeah, you should be able to see him
This
just
guy.
fine.
You have 4 attacks. You'd hit him anyways.
Okay, outsiders, fuck it. That hits. He's like hobbling up these stairs. Get it. Get back. Got it.
Hobbling at double speed because of his long strider.
Yeah. See part of his foot at the bottom of the stairs. Roll damage, dude.
Oh shit, my fault. I thought you were describing his death because he had like 1 health or whatever. So I was like,
You describe
okay,
it. You
yeah,
came around
yeah.
the corner. He's got 1 health, and you shoot it. What do? You shoot him right where?
I'm just not gonna say a word, and I'm just gonna shoot him right through the throat.
You kind of just hear him still grumbling. Just and he falls and rolls back down the stairs, and staff goes clinking across the ground and stops here. And Ketham, kind of as you were running around that corner, you see an elderly man unconscious laying on the ground, kind of bound to this post. And that brings us out of combat.
Oof, man.
That was rough. I'm gonna first thing I'll do, just put my hands on Dallin. Like, are you okay? You went down twice.
Yeah, we need to move. We need to move. Yes.
All right.
Over here. And I'm gonna kind of go and pull out a knife and cut the ropes.
Yell out to
yell out to Adrian. Tell him that we
yeah, like, hey,
found
this
this-
is
Adrian!
father.
confirm this is him. I
You cut
guess.
the ropes. He kind of begins to slide, but Adrian quickly runs up and kind of grabs him. He's like, "Father, father, is he alive?" Kind of like listening, kind of like feeling for breath. He's alive. He's alive. Anybody have can you heal him? You potion anything?
Yeah, I'll.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I might as well. I'll use 1 dice of healing light. Oh, fuck.
They're all so bad to
Just nickel and diming this poor dude.
I guess I'll
Oh,
heal
so
him. Flick your one finger.
Meh.
He kind of like stiffens up before where he was just kind of like slumped and kind of takes a long drawn out breath. Opens up his eyes a bit. He calmly looks around the room, sees his son, his eyes move around, sees you all standing around him. Where am I? We're in the cellar, Father. We've come for you, but we need to move quickly. That horde of needle blights and things, they're on their way back. Staff. Keeps pointing at the staff, but he's laboring, still kind of breathing heavily. Seems to have lost a lot of blood, he's kind of really white in the face.
I'm gonna pick up the staff and hand it to him.
Pointing at the staff. And as you pick up that staff, it screams as it always does. Kind of as you go to hand it to him and he puts his hands out that he doesn't want it and drop it. It drops to the ground. The screaming stops. He just points at it. Staff.
What with the stuff?
He's having a hard time saying, but he keeps pointing at it. I don't know if we have time for this.
We have to
Should we
destroy
break
it.
You see him nod.
I'm gonna stomp on it.
Instead of touching, I'll smash it with my hammer.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
good.
hammer.
Good idea.
Kind of begin going to town on this thing. And though it is a magical artifact, it's not, well, I'd say a more powerful artifact might be more difficult to destroy. There's some things that require certain measures to break, but fortunately, you feel and see the wood begin to splinter as you hit it each time with your hammer.
I was gonna say, if you want me to throw like a divine smite in, kind of as a payment in a way, I will to kind of really bring it
That
down.
will make this happen a lot faster.
I will do that. I have one level 1 spell slot left. I'll burn it to divine smite.
Okay, you kind of hit this thing a couple of times. Wham! 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 Pieces of it are coming off. You begin to see like this core that runs all along the inside of this. Like kind of like what you saw earlier. It's just really like smoky green, almost like a powdery substance that kind of starts to flow out of it. But you're making very short work of it, and this would take some time. And finally, you just kind of put enough of a swing and a little bit of anger into it, and you smite this staff, and it kind of a white light shimmers and goes through the staff, kind of going through, making cracks like stone, like crack would go through, like a stone shattering. And the staff kind of lets out a mild scream, not ear shattering this time, but you hear it kind of scream a bit. The staff kind of shakes and then shatters into pieces. And you kind of see all of these, not the scarecrow constructs, but you see like the needle blights kind of move a little bit from that, but even kind of fall back inanimate. Adrian kind of just like looking around. Okay, we need to move.
I'll if Adrian's cool, then I'll grab Davian and kind of give him my shoulders to carry
Yes.
him a bit.
Help me with him. Help me with him.
Yep,
You
yep,
both kind of grab
I'll
him,
join him with
pick
that.
him up, and begin moving. Um,
I'm
I
gonna
will take this.
very quickly search over the dead wizard's robes. Just kind of pat
Yeah.
him down real
Do
quick.
you have haste still, probably?
So he's not really wearing any kind of robes. It's more of just like
Just
a
butt
linen
ass
sheet.
naked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's not really any pockets to check. There's nothing in his prison wallet.
Like too much stuff going on.
There's nothing really to loot off of this man. You could spend up to 10 minutes maybe looking at this odd formation of antlers that are actually coming out of his head, but it would take some time, unfortunately, which is seemingly in short supply.
Yeah.
Yeah,
telling
destroying
you, so
that
that's up to
stuff
you guys.
might have done something, but we'll get
Yeah, let's
upstairs
get
and
it.
check. We'll check the situation out, maybe.
Yeah. I'm sprinting for the.
Are you guys going back out the way you
Exit.
came?
Yeah. Yeah. I
We're
think
gonna ask
think so?
Adrian. We're gonna ask Adrian what the
the
best.
quickest way out is.
We had a plan to go to that same group of trees, right? Oh, you're talking about through the building itself.
Quickest
Yeah.
way out would be back up the cellar stairs and out the back door.
Oh, let's do it. I'm running.
These are like back and forth. Like, what do we do?
Are we concerned about the other staff that we had outside?
We'll break that one too.
That staff is currently I know it's been a while, so it's laying on the floor in that room with the giant wine vats
Mhm.
or barrels, I guess.
I thought it was under the wagon.
A dude brought
No,
it
another
in.
No,
druid picked it
another
up
dude
and
got
brought it in and tried to
Oh,
use it on
okay.
you.
Gotcha.
Money, it shows that I'm currently in that room, so I'll try to look for it and do a level 2 magic missile on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You guys should be able to see off of the party token, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Just gonna get rid of some stuff real quick. So yeah, magic missile. You cast the level 2 magic missile as you guys kind of come up to the staff. These 3 beams of light leave each of your index, middle, and ring finger. Shoot out, pierce the staff in 3 different locations, and kind of shoot through it. They hit it and they immediately like 90 degrees shoot through one end and come out. The staff again, you could begin to see like this explosion of this green powder at its core, and again it lets out a small cry and it too explodes. And you began to feel like this rumble of the ground as things were approaching the winery. And as the staff exploded, all of that stopped. And all you hear now is silence and a little bit of chipper chapper from some of the ravens that remain in the rafters.
I will ask the ravens. Have they stopped?
Adrian kind of, with Dallin's help, muscling his dad up the stairs, still coming to the top. Those are just ravens.
We don't know. We don't know these times. It could be one of those raven men that transform
Fair enough.
into an
You wouldn't.
angel.
Father, what else do we need to do? Davian kind of regaining a bit more of his strength. Grove. Speak at the Grove.
Grove. Okay, the Rangers.
Okay, could you help me with him, get him back to the Grove?
I'm helping him.
All right. It seems we should probably just leave. I don't know if anything else is coming, but it seems let's just go look for ourselves. And walking out of the winery, you see an immense debris field blowing away in the wind. Shattered twigs, vines, branches all withered away into tumbleweed. And just this massive mess of entangled vines and just brush and debris. excuse me. At the edge of this would-be horde, you see that raven man from earlier, in human form. He seems to be nursing a wound of some kind. And on his side is another bloodied man who is seemingly pulling a body from the debris of twig blights. I think that's some of our guys, Adrian says.
Let's go over there and see if we can help them. Back to them. That must be Barthos and his men. Let's go.
You're most likely right. And you guys begin to make your way to these wounded men. And as you approach, near their feet are two other bodies to accompany one that they are already pulling out. One of the three is Barthos. And the man you've seen before, kind of holding his arm, this large gash, blood still kind of pouring down his arm. Those things wouldn't heed our calls, would hear no taunt or insult. We did the only thing we could to slow them down. I just don't understand what gave it all away. How did they know you were there?
Oh, that was
How did they know?
Barthos talking to us?
Barthos is dead. This is
Barthos
the guy
is one
you
of the
met.
bodies. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is the guy, the man that shapeshifted, or I'm sorry, not the guy that shapeshifted. The other man that remains, who was part of the distraction crew. You recognize him. He's asking how they found out you guys were at the winery so quickly.
Well,
We-
unfortunately, it seems we might have made a bit of a mistake once we got in there, but
It was the staffs. We touched them, and that I got a cry. That pretty certain that was heard by.
Your negligence killed my friend, stranger. Adrian kind of holds up a hand. Sans, that's enough. If it wasn't for them, my father would be dead. Barthos and them knew the risk. We all know the risks. The ranger that he called out, known as Sans, kind of shakes his head, kind of seemingly very displeased. Heads back to addressing the dead at his feet. Davian kind of speaks up a little bit more conscious now. Let's gather our dead and head to the grove for now. To you five, we are immensely grateful, and your aid will be rewarded. There's also a matter in which I wish to discuss with you once we get there.
We're 100% sure those three are dead. They're not like knocked unconscious and a little healing or anything like that. Okay,
They're dead.
just making sure. Yeah. Head back. Don't want to go loot
Okay.
that antler head guy. But
I'll leave it for now.
we could just like send Ketham off to the side, like, oh, he forgot his bow downstairs, and
Well, I
When you
mean,
said his name-
there's some time to be had, maybe, perhaps, because Adrian, kind of setting his father down, leaves back to the winery to go retrieve a cart, so that you guys can retrieve the bodies, to bring them back a little bit easier. You take as much time as you want. It's your game. I'm not gonna. It's up to you.
When you said the guy's name was Sans, S-A-N-S.
Sans, yeah.
I mean, I think Ketham, Judas, perhaps Vale. Would you want to go down and take a look, see if we can get any information off of the bodies downstairs while Elaine and I help here with the cart, help with the ones that have passed on.
Okay.
I'm
Might as well
assuming
clean up.
haste is worn off, so I'm gonna be like sitting on the ground, like panting, and just like
Yeah.
I'm much too exhausted.
Maybe just in Kalain instead of Ketham.
The greatest
Elf,
high
elf.
you ever felt, but also the worst hangover. Both only last a minute.
Yeah, sorry about that. Should have told you about the side effects. It can be like that for a little bit. I'll go in instead.
Yeah, just
And
send a
I'll-
few people down to do some looting.
I'll go with.
If you can find any
Um,
information about where they might have gone, anything like that, perhaps.
Yeah, that man who kept on insulting us and made the ground really bad. Let's see if he has anything.
Well, Ketham already checked, and he was only in rags.
Yeah.
Hit the
Some-
antlers.
I
something weird
missed
on his
that.
head, right? Something weird with his.
That's
Oh, that
something
was the antler
was
head.
kind of strange.
Yeah.
The
I thought the
antlers
antler head
were strange.
was a needle guy for whatever reason. My bad.
Money. What I'll do too is once I'm in there, I'll just cast or ritual detect magic and see if I can just sense anything.
Okay. Ritual takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. It is pretty late in the day. You still have maybe a couple of hours of sunlight left. Well, till sunset, I should say. There'll still be a little bit of light after sunset. I'm just
Gotcha.
kind of looking through.
I was going to do this before anyone walked away. I was going to take, if people were okay with it, 10 minutes to do prayer of healing. For all. They include, like, I think I can do up to
Said healing. I'm in.
6 creatures. So I'd hit, like, Adrian and Sans, or maybe Davian. Probably us 5 and Davian.
Yeah.
Because he's really fucked up. The other distraction team guys, they were okay, right?
Yeah, they're wounded, but not like on death's door or anything.
Do y'all care if I do that before y'all split off to go loot?
We got
I
some
mean,
time.
search for info.
Give me one.
Well, if Kalain is doing detect magic, then you can kind of probably do that while we're. I imagine, it coincides.
Yeah.
While Adrian gets the card, I'll tell him leave your father here, and I'll cast some healing for the party.
Okay, yeah, he runs off to the to this area of wagons and barrels and things. Go ahead and cast it. Everybody
So is it-
around you is.
Yes, it'll be us 5 and then Davian. I'm just trying to make sure that do they each get the same amount of healing, or do I roll for each and every one? Each will
everybody
get
should-
hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcaster.
Yeah, so you roll it and heal everybody for the same amount, I guess.
Hey, so
Nice.
all of us get 13 points, including Davian.
Oops.
The god of yours almost lets us die, but once we're out, he's like, hey, here's a little bit of health.
I'm sorry,
Kinda
I
see him
have
take another
10
breath
minutes
and-
down there in the fight to do this.
It's at least he knows how to take care of victors. He knows who to reward.
And as these guys are loading everybody up, you guys do a quick
Fuck
look
yeah,
through of this gentleman's antlers. Who wanted to look at those?
I will. Although I don't have really anything useful.
Myself and Ketham are staying upstairs. Everyone else went downstairs. to loot.
Okay, so give me an Arcana check on those antlers spread from this guy's head. The rest of you, you find several bits of.
Oh wait, sorry. That one
I think it's
is
16. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to that in a second. Each of you that are searching around the house for anything of value or of use or of information, give me an investigation check. And what floor you're kind of spending your time running around on. So just type in, just make your roll and tell me what floor you're on.
I'll probably go to the main room where you said that we saw that emblem of my family crest that was carved into the wall.
Sure.
Never mind.
Second floor, I guess.
What? How do I do that? Oh, never mind. Fuck.
Thinking out loud to a minimum, please.
Yeah, no, I had it typed in the wrong thing. I had 2 windows open.
Yeah. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Steven.
I
All right,
deleted
so
it. So
we'll just go and Judas while you're Going downstairs, but you're going to the cellar by yourself. Was anybody else going down there with him?
I'll go with them. I'm
To
still
check it out?
doing detect magic just to see if there's anything out of place or something. Spitting out some magic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Was there
so
anything from the Arcana check, by the way? As I kind of look at him and be like, my queen, look at the size of that thing on him.
so it's extremely unnatural, obviously. Not in the sense that that he like glued him to his head, but unnatural for someone of human origin to grow these. And you definitely recognize these as a form of obviously dark magic that is not typically something along the lines of someone of this capability is he's not capable of doing this himself. Somebody did this to him.
Okay. And it looks like it's actually like growing out of him.
Yeah. And ever since like you start to kind of see since he has died, it's starting to deteriorate and fall apart. Yeah, and also don't forget to heal yourselves for 13 points of healing. If you hadn't kept them, you're probably unable to for some reason.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I see him really low still.
I keep hitting the plus sign and it keeps
Was that 10, right?
whatever.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. It was doing something dumb. I just gave you probably more than. Oh well, it's fine.
So it looks like they were done to him as opposed to he, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of looking over his body, it looks as besides the many arrow holes that fill him, there is lashings and bruises and all kinds of things across his body. Kalain, you went down to the cellar, looking around there. You don't really find much. There are a couple of bottles of wine, but it is the lesser valued ones, the grape mash number 3. You don't see anything besides that.
I don't think anyway.
Who else is looking through the house? Vale with a 10, what floor?
I believe it's the first floor. That first.
Oh, that's right.
Section
You're
there.
looking through. You're seeing markings. In some cases, you see the Martikov emblem, just kind of like a flag, kind of hanging somewhere on the wall, and judging by like a pattern that you see in the stone, you go and you kind of like move, or some of the wood, you move the flag kind of out of the way. Behind it is the crest that you recognize. Is there anything you're looking for specifically? Because it's not hard to find your crest in some of these places.
Just any kind of like paperwork, ledgers, recipes, any kind of information, I guess.
You do find some barrels that are labeled in this barrel room in here. You find barrels that are marked with BV, BW, K, and one that says Vistani. There's a ledger nearby that kind of dictates BV is Blood of the Vine Tavern, Village of Barovia. BW is the Blue Water Inn in the town of Valaki. K is for Krezik. Vistani is kind of obvious. But on none of the barrels you see this mark, but in this book you do see S, which stands for Strahd. And in this room as well, wait. You do see a wooden chest that is locked in the barrel room.
Okay.
Next to that ledger.
At the once I guess the S too is intriguing. If there's anything kind of laying around that might be labeled like it's going to Strahd, I'd be curious about it.
So yeah, none of the barrels have an S on it. You don't really see anything really marked with an S in the area. Anybody else searching around the house?
I'll go up to the second floor.
So it'll be about another 30-40 minutes if you're going to search for her a second time.
I was saying I was going to help Adrian with the cart, but if I have time, I would go in and help, but I originally said I wasn't. But if you'll allow
You're helping
me,
them
I'll
grab
do
the
it.
cart, take it all the way down into this valley, and are you helping them load the bodies, or
I was
what do you-
I was originally going to do that, but if you're offering for us to search more, I will. I was just trying to find any info on where they
What's
might
kept
have
them
taken
doing?
the gems.
Act out, man.
You're muted, Austin.
Still fatigued.
That was a minute.
For
He
like
can-
a turn. Or a
I'll go
minute.
help them load dead bodies in respect for their sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah. Was there anything else on the Ulfan guy, other than that I pick up just that it was something that he was cursed of some sort?
No, he's like I said, he's wearing linen garbs. There's no pockets. There's no nothing. That was that joke about having a prison wallet.
Gotcha.
There's nothing on him.
Judas, come
Druids
up
are not
me.
fun to loot.
Judas, come up me. Such top floor. I don't want to spend 30 minutes searching. 2 less could be 15.
Is that how it works?
More time?
While they're searching, since I'm there with Davey and kind of helping load, can I maybe ask him questions about where they might have taken these the gems to? It was gems or something that they had on the ground, right? Some sort of artifacts. Not to...
Adrian looks at you and says, "How do you know about those?" I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was
Let
from
me
Strahd's
put in the
book.
notes.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's why I was like,
He
I
kind of
couldn't
looks
That
at
was
you a
the
little bit
Pokedex.
suspiciously at this point, but I don't know what you're talking about.
We saw some of the creatures out here digging around and taking things away. It's, I don't know. It's they had to have gone somewhere to the south. I wouldn't know where they are.
When did you see digging?
I thought we saw like a druid walking around like waving the staff, and they were like, weren't they doing shit out in the vineyard? Like, I'm not trying to lie about that. I thought they
No, I
actually were doing something in the
That's why I'm
vineyards as
asking.
we were observing them before we did the whole distraction and then charging in. There was like the druid was walking around with the staff doing something. I thought they were digging, looking for the gems. And I also didn't
remember
realize the
that.
gems were a secret. I forgot that came from the journal. That's why I asked, wait, is this a secret? I wasn't saying anything yet. I was kind of questioning the group on that. But I'll roll with it if, yeah.
So you're asking him if there's what happened to the gems based off of what you thought was digging?
Let me. I thought they were digging around, but now that I guess I didn't
It
see
could have
that.
been.
It could have been. I'll more
What do
ask.
your notes say?
Well, I was looking back. I was trying to find it, but let me just reword a little bit. Where did they come from? Barthos mentioned they came from the south potentially. Would you have you or Davian, kind of talking to him and Adrian both, any information of where they could have gone? Barthos made it sound like some of them had left, but there was still this horde that was here. Like, where are these creatures coming from?
I mean, you're gonna really have to talk to my father about this.
Yeah, I'm asking both.
He knows more about it.
Yeah, I was kind of asking the group more. Sorry, that was towards Davian as well.
While you're asking this, you're kind of looking at Davian when you say it, and you kind of see him kind of like glance around and just. We'll speak more about this at the grotto or at the grove.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Journal.
But yeah, other than what we've talked about, you guys kind of searched around the first floor a bit, cellar, not really finding anything too much value. I mean, this is still their house, so I mean, I don't know if you want to like take their shit, but just a reminder that it's theirs.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking for any sort of trail.
Vale, actually, while you were kind of looking in the area, you did kind of come across some empty vials on the floor around some of the barrels of wine, and you these big barrels in the center, and kind of just around this one specifically. I don't know if you can see where I'm pinging. This one, can you see this?
Yep,
This
I
one
see
here.
that.
You see a lot of like empty glass vials, like potion vials, kind of around it.
Okay. And is that one marked specifically? Is that like BV?
This is like a fermenting barrel, so it's
Oh,
like a
okay.
really big one. It's not packaged for delivery, so to speak.
I thought you were saying earlier that the labels were on the big vats. I see.
Labels are on the smaller barrels in this room. Or it's not labels, they're more carved into the wood.
Is there any evidence of like what the vials were being used for? Like, were they filling them up with liquid, or?
You can make a... I don't know if you would know anything about this stuff.
You can call his boy in, who can detect poisons.
You can make a perception check. It's going to be kind of hard. I don't know if you've had any sort of dealings with this, but if it's high enough, you might be a little familiar. You kind of like smell the vial and kind of look at it and see if what kind of liquid's in there, if anything's dried up in it, and kind of like look at the two different barrels of wine. One sec, let me make sure I'm not misdoing this one. You don't really, it doesn't really occur to you what is going on.
Fair. Is there kind of like a spigot or something on the outside of this big
Yeah,
vat?
they all have spigots on the top here.
Okay. Can I try to maybe fill one of the vials up?
Sure. And you open it, and it just kind of like splashes and pours out like way too much because it's a big spigot. It's a little potion vial, but you kind of quickly shut it off, and it's filled.
Any kind of stopper around?
Yeah, they're kind of littered on the floor around the poisons. They're the potions.
Can I grab like maybe 3? So, like, I don't know how many vials. You said if there was a bunch of vials, but
There are
I'm super
3
hesitant to
empty
down this right now, but I don't drink.
three empty potion vials.
Okay, yeah, let's do 3.
Yeah, and their corks are kind of laying around.
Cool. I'll bottle those 3 up then.
And while you're
Seems
kind of
relevant.
kicking around, you do see one of the other druids wearing a necklace of human teeth. Not of any sort of importance, but that was a detail I forgot.
That's pretty cool.
I had one thing, kind of because of the Arcana check or anything. Is that also like my investigation to kind of maybe
Yes.
look for an essence or anything?
It's just he's just a regular human. Nothing came off of him.
Cool.
Are you gonna use that detect magic, Colleen?
I've been using it. Wasn't sure.
Okay.
It's been triggering.
Nothing's really triggered. I mean, you have a little bit of stuff coming off of those staffs that kind of exploded, and there's all that powdery substance on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But other than those 2 staves that blew up in the powder that's on the ground, you don't sense anything else.
Vale,
Vale.
if you're telling everyone about those vials, I can detect poisons with a ritual.
Cool.
And purify. Oh. Over the table, but
Oh yeah, no, I yeah. I'm an open
Anything
book.
else you guys are doing here?
No, I think that's it. Can't find anything else unless Steven or Judas wanted to help look together on the top floor. Second floor.
You never know what's up there. I didn't really get a chance to go up there.
Let's go. So
Get a better look at some of these ravens. Maybe one of them is actually a person. You know, you should watch what you say around them then, I guess. You never know who you might talk to.
Yeah, I've been talking to a jackass the whole time. Named
Yeah.
Boris.
Well, he's a good mule. He's A little stubborn, but he's just give him a carrot. I swear to God, he'll love you forever.
Good to know. Let's get to searching.
So you guys spend another about probably 30 minutes, kind of going through this, starting to look a little orange in the sky, so to speak, if you could see through the clouds. Searching around this part of the house. There isn't really much to find. On the second floor, there's a lot of bedrooms. There's like a dining room up here. A lot of it's kind of been torn to pieces. All the boxes and everything are opened. Beds flipped, chairs knocked over, desks been kind of cleared. There's a lot of smashed bottles and things up here. A lot of filth, like people's they don't need to go outside to do their business. These druids.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't find really anything of value. Give me an investigation check for one thing, though.
Both of us, or just one?
Who's proficient in it?
I'm not proficient in it.
I am
got
not.
+3.
Okay,
I have
both
a
of you guys
plus
roll.
0.
So we're
I was gonna say we can do advantage for somebody who has a proficiency, but both of you guys roll.
I'm fiddling in my pockets a little bit, so I'm
Hey,
not paying
hey,
much
man.
attention.
We'll get this 20s one day. That's all right.
Yeah. What was to be found is not. You guys do not find anything up on the second floor.
Yeah, if that's the case, then. All right. Well, I'm
All right.
going back to the outside. Where
You guys ready
everyone's
to make your journey?
Yeah.
at. Yeah.
Don't stop.
Are you mentioning
Begin to make your
the
journey.
vials?
Hmm?
I was going to ask Vale, are you mentioning the vials to Dallin at all?
Yeah.
Chance?
Like,
Cool.
I said yes before.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if you came out, because they were spending 30 minutes upstairs. I was figuring while they were doing that,
Oh,
if I could intend to do a ritual for detect poison and
I was
disease.
intending to just be immediately out the room once I kind of found all that stuff.
Yeah, so while they're searching upstairs, can I cast that as a ritual for 10 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
It's poisoned.
All right. It says.
You cast it, and you begin to kind of. Your sense is kind of heightened, and you could very easily kind of visually see a separation in the vial of these two different kind of mixtures that the naked eye would see one liquid, you see two. One of them is very, very easily identified as a poison. You immediately feel that identification of it as such.
It says I can't identify the kind of poison. Do I get any info off of that? I don't know
It's
if that matters
just
right now.
called I think it's just simple potion.
Simple toxin.
It's just it's just a regular poison.
I mean, that's fine if nothing stands out. All good.
That's all it says. It's just a poison.
That's poisoned right there. I tell Vale, give him a thumbs up. All right, we can go now. We should probably tell Adrian and Davian, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll fill them in. I'll let Vale do that.
Okay. I'll say that you guys informed them that the vats may have been poisoned. Which, that was a good idea. You make your journey back to the grove, with the 3 casualties being pulled along on the cart. Davian seems to be favoring one of his legs, but seems to be a little bit better after that prayer of healing, and keeps a good pace with the help of his son. You go across the field and into the tree line. Davian and Adrian, ahead of the group, kind of leading you guys back, are setting the pace, and they're speaking to one another in whispers, father and son. Seemingly Adrian filling him in, but a few statements are quiet and they're hard to hear. Judas, give me a perception check.
Perception. Cool.
Nice.
I'm daydreaming about.
It's hard to hear what he's saying. You just hear names and things that mean nothing to you. After a while, though, there is a silence in these men. A cloud kind of hangs over their heads in the loss of their friends. They don't speak a word the rest of the journey. Let's do. Let's go to the map. The sun begins to set, and the cold and the mists creep in, and the rain stops. The forest makes no sound save the occasional wind gust that shakes the trees. Fortunately, it isn't much longer, and you arrive at the grove safely. Upon entering the grove, the dead are taken to the inside more towards the camp, and you see a couple of women kind of emerge from these tents, and they begin to cry and sob uncontrollably. Davian, along with Adrian, say a few words, exchange hugs. You see them kind of give a couple of orders to some of the other rangers around, who nod obediently. It isn't long, though, that they pull you aside to their side of the camp, near the pond. We will deal with their losses when we are able, but for right now, we are still not safe. He's a bit reluctant to sit at this table that you guys had set up before, but his leg seems to be bothering him even more now, so he does so anyways. You five have done more than enough for us. You've earned the last of the wine we'll be producing for some time, I think. After all, that is why you're here. A mighty bounty in the lands of Barovia at this point in time. Though it is not all you have earned, you have our gratitude and our friendship. You can be on your way if you so wish. We have no right to ask more of you. But our fight here is not over. Seemingly it has just started. We are assailed from two fronts, and we are flying blind. With your help, I think we'll finally be able to rid ourselves of this evil, recover what is dearest to us, and Barovia. I'm afraid if this magical wine ceases to flow, despair will grip Barovia even tighter, and we shall lose what sense of hope and humanity we have left. I understand Barovia is a busy place for adventurers such as yourselves, but will you help us?
I'm gonna kind of look to the other rangers and just be like, I'm in.
You can take a moment and talk amongst yourselves, but you're welcome to stay the night here with us. If you choose to stick around, come and find me. I don't think I will be sleeping much in the coming hours. Or days, if that, for that matter. He kind of struggles to stand a bit. Adrian kind of comes over, helps him up. And, but help yourselves to our camp, of course. Let me know. And he kind of steps away. You guys can talk amongst yourselves if you so like. Or if you want more details on what he's asking, you could totally ask him that before you want to decide what you want to do. But take it away.
I mean,
They haven't done any wrong by us in this process. Feeling kind of guilty about the men they lost. Don't feel great about it. Inclined to help them out. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I just go wherever Dallin goes.
Don't put that on me.
Oh, and in helping them with the cart and the bodies, instead of like kind of looking around for things, the other rangers did kind of appreciate that, and their sentiment towards you improved.
Cool. +5 like for Dallin and Kevin.
We've
Plus
we've
five
gained some karma.
The Rangers will remember that.
Pretty much.
Uh,
That's important. You'll see why if depends what you do. So, yeah, go ahead.
I know that it's been so long. What's the barkeep's name in Blue Water? I have to flip it
Irwin.
back through so many.
I think it was
boy.
Irwin, right? Irwin.
Was it Irwin?
Irwin.
I need to
Okay.
keep a list of everybody's names.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, that's what I should do. Is just get a list of them. But I know that Irwin's expecting us back with some word of the wine. But it was oh, that's right.
Yes.
They said they don't really have any to give, right? Because I know Irwin that's specifically why we came out here. They don't have any like shipment ready to go or anything.
They
I
do.
guess I
When
could
you
ask
guys
David.
first came into the grove, I described that there was a cache of casks that were lined up inside the grove. I think there was
okay.
literally the amount you guys were looking for. I think it was
Oh.
6.
Okay.
And there's
I know it's been a
people
while,
looking
so I'll
from-
Yeah.
tell you that. And if you look around the camp, oh hey, there's 6 barrels, and
Oh,
that's
look at that.
and Davian would have pointed that out as your boon, your reward that you came here for.
Okay, gotcha.
So Irwin and the people from
The Vistani
Vistani.
with the
Yes,
treasure
Marthos
cart.
did offer that to you.
With the
the
treasure
Vistani camp as
cart.
well.
Still on the treasure cart.
We basically need to get that back to them, but I'm inclined to help Davian and Adrian in their cause here. I mean, any fight against the evils of this land is a fight that I'm willing to join.
Not to mention, sure, we have 6 barrels. What then? What if they fail in their fight against these things? We need to keep the flow of wine going, right?
Seems to be the only happy thing in this land. I'd agree with that, Judas.
I'm down. I just can't get hit like that again.
Tell
We'll
me
take
about
care
it.
of Boris.
I went down twice.
Oh, I thought that was a trick. You just, like you faint and oh, I'm back up and oh, I'm down. I don't really know.
So what's our next move? He said he had like trying to pick up on the details of that conversation. Did he say specifically what he was planning to do?
Oh, I suppose
No,
I'm
No,
gonna
he
go
said
find out.
we could rest here for the night and then talk to him in the morning. So I'm guessing we'll get more details then.
Maybe we fill out the details from Davian and decide if we want to take the wine back and come back, or if we take him up on his request for assistance. One to leave people behind that are in need. Thoughts?
Perhaps they can take the wine themselves. They had to have some sort of logistics before we came. We don't necessarily have to take the wine ourselves.
And what about the
People
payment
haven't
from
received-
Irwin or Vistani?
People haven't received shipments of wine for quite some time. You'll remember hearing that from Irwin.
And the horses were dead. They might have actually lost their means of transportation potentially.
And we didn't take our horses, correct?
Correct.
I think we walked.
It was dangerous to bring horses.
Yeah, I
There's a
think
reason
the
for it.
hunters didn't want us to bring them.
That's right.
So we might not actually have a choice in bringing them back because look at Bale. He could carry himself. Imagine carrying him a whole cask of wine.
There's an amount of hand carts and things amongst the camp that they'd be willing to give you.
What do y'all think we?
Well,
Oh.
I refuse to leave, so
Guess he decides for you.
All right. We talk to Davian, feel out what he's trying to do here, and then we make a decision in the morning. They're getting some much needed rest.
Indeed, I agree.
You guys kind of make your way over to where he's sitting by the fire. At this point, Adrian and people kind of tended to him a bit. He's bandaged up and having a bit of drink and food himself, but as everybody's kind of like left, and it's just him. They're all at their own like campfires, or whatever. Might have been asked to be left alone with his thoughts. You approach and express your intention, and well, this is great news. You further impress me with your selflessness and dedication. You've earned the right to know. You've earned our trust. We have been watching you, your party, since the moment you set foot in Barovia. Every step, every fight, every conversation, every action. We have aided you a time or two, here and there. Though those specific actions were against my strict instruction, but nevertheless, it worked out. We are the keepers of the feather. Secrecy of our organization is paramount, as to not incur the wrath of Strahd. And in that secrecy we mean to undo him. Though I'm afraid someone or something, I have my suspicions, has caught on to us. Strahd appears oblivious for the time being, but for how long I cannot say. Whatever evil we are fighting here has not caught his eye, though seems to do what I could guess would be his bidding, if he knew. Even if we had an army to defend the winery, it would be pointless. The last of our 3 magical gems has been taken. These gems were buried in the vineyard under the vines, 3 different fields.
Crazy.
Their power, a creation of some great wizard ages ago, I know not the details, is what gives the wine its power. Without them, the vines would wither and die, and with them, the wine provides a shell of happiness for the people of this realm. The first gem was lost ages ago, even before our time. My family's time. The second gem, you see kind of a scowl across his face, was lost when my oldest son failed to protect it. Now, with the wild men assault, the third is now gone, taken. The first gem being taken long before our time wasn't too detrimental. We were able to still produce the 2 wines, the Grape Nash number 3 and the Red Dragon. But without any of them, without both that remained, there's no chance that we'll be able to make enough for the people of Barovia. Fortunately, we know where they are, but we are too weak to get them. This is where you would be needed. The second gem that Erwin lost, the Red Dragon Crush, was taken by the construct scarecrows. Terrifying creatures, as cunning as they are vicious. We have been assailed by them for many years. These demons are a creation of none other than Baba Lysaga, a vile, evil witch that haunts the ruins of Bariz. My son failed his duty to keep watch one night, and her creatures crept in. They murdered 3 of my hands, and in the ensuing fight the gem was unearthed and thus stolen. There is no doubt in my mind this very gem is in the hands of Baba Lysaga in the ruins of Bariz. The third gem, the Great Mash number 3, as we call it, was stolen by the South Mountain Men in this most recent attack. These wild men, these evil druids, reside in a place of great evil and sorrow. For centuries they were merely woodsmen, hermits even. Something has corrupted them as of late. My scouts say they have tossed aside their old idols, have taken to worshipping Strahd. I suppose that should have been our first clue to the danger they posed. They live near a great ungodly tree upon a large hill. It was once a mass grave filled with those who opposed Strahd a long time ago. It is said the corpses were piled so high that you could see the abbey in Creswick. Travelers and other woodsmen have taken to calling it Yester Hill. I have my suspicions as to what has led these men astray. I can't be certain, but they seem to be serving none other than Baba Lysaga herself. The druids have been observed muttering, "Serve her, bleed for her, for the mother," etc., etc. These men have undoubtedly taken our last gem to their god-forsaken hill. It's kind of, he stops there. That's where these gems are. If you're going to help us, you must first decide where you'll go first.
Can you point to these locations on the map?
Sure can,
I
Buster.
think I already got Breeze.
We've got Breeze.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm
assuming
gonna-
it's
Copy.
that hill, potentially at the end of the trail.
They were heading south. And hearing that where the druids are, I kind of scrabble around and some of our things and pull out the where is it? Where are they? The Taraka
Taraka
cards.
cards.
And
It do be sounding a bit like that sort of situation.
yeah, that druid, the five of glyphs. Powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. An evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead slumber.
And it makes sense that they're the druids, too.
Yeah. The ravens can help you find it. Find the feather and you'll have your treasure.
And we found the
Keepers of the
keepers of the
feather.
feather.
Yeah.
I can't see my map. It's like all black with like smoke over the top of it.
You've gone blind.
I don't know what's going on with you tonight, man.
It was like this last
Hit your
month as
measure,
well.
hit your measure tool, and then hit the token tool at the top left. That fix it?
Measure tool.
At the top left, you should see a bunch of icons. There's a measuring tool, or hit any of the tools, but then click at the top left again, the head. Like swap between them.
No, yeah, it's not doing anything. Like I can see Argon, Vostholt, Breeze, and Yesterhill, but it's like all black. And I see your trail that goes to Argon, Vostholt.
That's weird.
Can you see now?
No.
Oh no.
Here, let me show you.
There's literally nothing else I can do. I turned off everything.
Dream threw
I
off my
don't
cameras.
understand.
The bell right for a little bit. Do you see it?
Oh no. Oh.
That might just be some sort of issue with loading it. I'm not sure. Everybody else can see the map?
Yep. Our party token's glowing.
Yeah, I put that there so it's easier to see when it starts. But I don't know, man.
Oh, well, we can keep on going. I was just.
Maybe refresh your browser. Hit refresh. So yeah, what are you guys talking?
Kind of.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna recap it real quick. If that's cool, Steve.
Oh, go for it.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna move from something else.
So he says there were 3 gems. The first one was taken way before their time. They have no idea where it is. The second gem was taken by the scarecrow constructs of Baba Lazaga in the ruins of Baris, is where that's located, where they're located. Erwin, the bartender, Lasaga, okay? Baba Lasagna. Erwin, the barkeep, his son, failed in defending it. That's why they don't get along well. And the third gem was taken by the evil druids that we just fought to a place described as Yester Hill, probably the massive Tarakakard tree buried on a hill of buried dead, or on a hill of buried dead, all the buried dead of people that fought Strahd.
You guys have a drawing, if you remember.
Drawing? Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
That was from one of the books in the Durst Manor?
Jenny's
Jenny's
somebody's
Jenny's
diary.
diary.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows. Yeah, Jenny's diary.
Yeah, they know her.
Okay.
And he pretty much is asking for us to just go to these 2 locations and retrieve the gems. That's what he's asked. Kind of a quick overview of it, right? Did I miss anything there, guys?
No, that sounds right.
Yeah.
It's just up to us to kind of figure out which one takes priority right now.
That's what I was about to ask him. Like, 2 first. Obviously, Yester Hill's closer.
I'd like.
Is it spookier? Because Baba Lasagna sounds spooky.
Yeah.
Baba Lasagna.
A witch?
She's in Baris, so
Yeah.
I say we go to Yester Hill instead. Did you
Yeah.
want to go there? I'd want to go there.
And we already know that we can kick these guys' asses. So
I don't know. About
whoever
that.
this Baba Lazaga is who knows?
Davian, do you have any information about Baba Lazaga? Any potentially what her powers may be? See, she controls these constructs. Do you have anything you can tell us about her? This witch.
We know very little. I've sent a scout there. One. Thought she was on this. She has a name, and it's a name. Give me a second.
Scout. Name. That is her name.
I had it on here. I might have accidentally deleted it when I was changing some stuff. 1 second. He sent a scout because they were observing some of the dealings that these druids were having. He sent her to get more information. Her name was Burial Vinsha. We sent her ahead to gather information on Breeze. When things calmed down between us and the scarecrows, we hadn't seen them for some time. Haven't heard from her since.
How far back was this?
Weeks ago. But there's little known about Baba Lazaga. We can only assume that she serves Strahd in some way, shape, or form. I don't see why else she has made us her enemy. Unless she has discovered our true intentions. It's important to know that Baris was once a village similar to Valaki, not in size, but it predates Valaki. And one of the first uprisings and rebellions against Strahd centered around Baris. And he destroyed that city because of it. And it and all of its inhabitants he buried near the edge of his realm, making up Yesterhill.
Okay.
Mhm.
It seems fitting that we just head south potentially and just go to this hill.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Ginny, do your sister showed an interest in this place as well, so it's keen to head there first.
Are you saying this out loud around Davian?
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of to the group, but yeah, I mean, Davian's there. I don't mind speaking about it in front of him.
You have a sister here in country.
Had.
And
She passed.
she
I'm
was.
sorry to hear that, but you strike my curiosity. Some interest with Yesterhill.
Oh man, this is way back in the notes. I think she was.
Does she have a vision?
was,
She's looking for artifacts. And this tree was of much importance to her.
Left right to the page with it.
What sort of artifact were you looking for?
He was looking for. He found her diary. Was looking for a great druidic tree where a holy symbol is stored.
Holy symbol.
Yes. Wait. So, yeah, he was looking for sort of artifact, some sort of holy symbol there at the tree, which sounds like the one that you described from Yesterhill.
Are you looking for a holy symbol? Have you spoken with Madame Ava?
We have, yes.
Holy symbol.
And yes, we kind of glancing at Klain to kind of get confirmation. We are seeking what our sister sought.
Well, I can
Not
be
bad.
referring to the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
What might that be? I haven't heard of that before.
It's a powerful artifact. Ages past. It predates even the establishment of any church here in Barovia. According to legend, it was given to a paladin named, if I can remember the name, Lugdana, by a giant raven, or by some accounts, an angel in a giant raven form. It's the story of it is what our organization is centered on. Lugdana used this symbol to root out and destroy creatures of darkness until her death. Since then, it was protected by the priests of Ravenloft. That is until Strahd became, well, Strahd. Early in his reign, as I said earlier, a rebellion sought to overthrow the Dreadlord himself. They failed. And what is called the Great Culling soon followed. This event gave birth to our order, as we tried to hide and smuggle the people involved from being executed. The symbol was lost during this time, however. We can only speculate that it was buried amongst the great hill of the dead of Yesterhill. The Druids came some time after, and no one could get near it any longer. Some say these evil wild men twist the magic of the symbol into the darkness in which sprouted that vile, grim tree of theirs, of which they rip branches off and use as staves. What you seek may very well be at the base of that tree.
You said it was the amulet of, was it Raven Guard? Is that what you said?
The holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Ravenkind.
You actually have a drawing of it already, as well.
Got all this down.
It's a lot of info, like the past 30 minutes.
Oh, is that on the back of the Barovian coin? No.
I think it's just one of the cards.
I'm looking.
So
Oh, the
village
symbol,
card.
the symbol drawing.
Simple
If you go
drawing, yeah.
to player handouts, handout pages, yeah.
Jenny's simple drawing.
hmm
The sun with the gem in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that's good.
Is this a drawing that we have on us?
Yes.
Okay, this is a physical
It's
drawing.
Jenny's diary.
Well, he's. I mean, I guess we'd pull this out and show it to him and say, "This is what our sister was seeking. Does this look familiar?" I don't know if you've seen it, but perhaps some
Never
sort
seen it.
of
No one
nothing.
alive has ever seen it.
Looking to
Maybe
pull.
perhaps.
How
What's
did
that?
Jenny?
Go ahead.
Maybe perhaps Strahd, but he does not really go into the category of alive either.
Kind of look over at
Good
Helene.
color.
How would she know what it looks like then? How did she get this drawing? Is this a drawing she drew, or she just had a drawing of it?
She drew it.
Okay, so we know it's her drawing. How would she have known to draw this?
No
So-
idea, brother.
She didn't
Maybe she had a
make
vision.
it this far to our knowledge.
Bless her soul. But no. Don't know how.
Maybe she entered from the west instead of the east.
Could be. Paul Grill. Well,
So at this
that's
point,
where
I
I'm
mean,
going.
you guys are helping them. You can go ahead and take a long rest at this point, but you can discuss on which way you want to go. I think you're leaning a certain way, but you can go obviously anywhere you want to go.
I'm gonna also kind of approach him after the main story time is over, and just kind of questioningly look at him. It's like, so you guys have been watching us. Have you ever had any? Have you ever tried to communicate with us? Maybe in the middle of the night, things wandering around in the woods. Or,
We tried to communicate via the ravens, Judas. They are the
yeah,
keepers of the
I know.
fire.
Hold on. Just
All right.
checking.
You do you.
I'm not
In
really
the-
sure what you mean.
Like
I know what you mean.
The
He doesn't know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what it is.
A Revenant or something.
It's something similar. Because you said it basically serves what an old, essentially an old god,
I did
Right.
not mention that.
I think
Well-
that spirit was part of the Silver Knights that are at Argid.
He's talking about something different.
No. I thought he was saying something about like, the holy symbol and what it represents.
It's a.
I just missed that.
It's just a tool that
Okay.
a paladin used to smite and kill dark creatures. They didn't
Gotcha.
really say it represented anything. I don't think. It's a symbol of great hope.
Okay. For whatever reason, because of like just the symbolism and all that other stuff, I was like, you
I'll
seen-
just post this, and you can. I mean, this is
Yeah.
what he said.
I don't read well right now. Or ever. I don't really read.
So, I mean, you guys can discuss, come up with a plan. If you want to move on, we move on. It's up to you.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I-
I'm down to go south.
Yeah, I'm down to go south. I'll ask him also. I may have found this long ago, and coming up into the village of Barovia. And do you know this man? And I hold up the severed raven foot that I got out of Durst Manor. It's like, is this special to you in any way? I haven't been able to make heads or tails or wings out of it.
You're holding out a foot of a raven, asking me if I knew the person it belonged to.
Does it have any significance to you? It seemed like it had significance. It was in a place of reverence. I couldn't tell you what it is.
I couldn't tell you either. I'm not sure. It's a raven's foot.
I mean, you have people that can turn into these. This is a little weird. Does nobody else think this is weird?
If I hacked off your foot and showed it to your friend, would he be able to identify it as your foot?
It depends on the friend. Let's be real.
He's got some very dirty toenails. I wouldn't know who it is. But
Exactly.
That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Judas, just stop. I do have a question. Can we have some more of that water that heals us?
That we didn't drink.
Well, I'm sure you've already been told, but take only what you need. And they mean only what you need.
We will need one more, and that's it. We promise.
Why do we need
Beware
just
of
one?
gluttony.
Because we have one right now, and we need another one just in case.
We each have one.
I thought we only got one altogether.
No, we
No,
each,
we each
got
had
one.
Yeah, we each
Oh.
have one. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
got a lot
completely
of this
forgot
one now.
Yeah. I completely forgot that we
Everybody
had
said if
that
you use
in
it
that
too
fight.
much, the power wanes, I believe. I think that's how it is.
Gluttonizing the holy waters can have fairly negative effects. Take what you need. Only you can decide what you need. But if it is too much, well, how much is a mystery to us? Just be careful. We won't stop you.
Well, should we have ourselves a merry little camp and eat some rations and head out in the morning?
They're providing the food, so you guys can go ahead and hit long
Well,
rest and burn no rations.
Fuck yeah.
People feed you guys a lot in this country.
Yeah, they do. We make a good
appreciated.
first impression, you
We're
know.
very helpful. We're good guys.
You are. So I know 3 or 4 of you have mentioned going south. Is that
I think
the
that's
plan?
the plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got pretty much, majority of our crew interested.
wrong answer? No, that's cool.
You die.
I will die.
Well, and so it shall be. You are now friends of the feather. Your fight will be our fight. Anywhere there is a raven, you'll have a friend. You are more than welcome to stay amongst us anytime. You being friends, sorry, I should elaborate. You being friends with them, you can find the groves yourself. He explains that. I just didn't write a smart thing for it.
I was just about to ask, is this your only location, or are there more groves around Barovia?
This is our only grove, but we have hidey holes and places of retreat all over.
I like that you used the word hidey holes. This doesn't fit someone of your stature, but I like it.
It's cute and fun.
It
For
is.
raven.
Okay.
Before we go, I'd like to ask him. I believe it's somewhere in my notes. We noticed that potentially the keepers of the feather were descendants of dusk elves. Is that possible?
We are not necessarily descendants of, but a few of our members are. And though part of the great culling, we did our best to. The keepers of the feather did their best to spare who we could spare. But in the end, it wasn't many. If you've made your way from the village of Barovia, you have seen, which is the last of the Dusk Elves. There is many more than you found in that grave. They are buried in the hill. Very few remain, indeed.
We will set this right. I promise that. Let's eat.
All
Yeah.
right, go ahead. Hit long rest. By the way, I did give you XP for that fight, but I do owe you guys XP for the previous session, which I said earlier. Vale wasn't here. I'm gonna recount because the module I didn't use it right, so it didn't award it.
So
But
can we
I have to go through and manually recount all of it
go 500 for that?
I hope that
Yeah.
gets us to
for
level
that
6.
fight. It's another 500. Go ahead and award yourselves that now for this session for destroying the stabs, rescuing Davian, and bringing him back to the grove. 500 each,
An additional 500 to what you already gave us.
and additional 500.
Just to get ballpark, I'm at 8545.
8570.
8570.
The zip code. I'm gonna tally up what's missing tonight because I know exactly the number. Like it's just I have to tally it up, and I'll update your sheets, and I will also post it in Discord, so you guys won't have to do anything.
I just updated my sheet, so I should. Oh, you're talking about the additional stuff. Gotcha.
The previous session, yeah, the other fights and some of the other quote unquote quest and milestone XP rewards. So yeah, the night comes and goes. The grove is relatively safe. One can only find it if it wants you to find it. You guys begin to pack up your things. A couple of the rangers come by. Thank you. Wish you well. Ketham, a couple of them give you 10 extra arrows for your journey.
I was gonna ask about that.
They give everybody an additional ration, what they can spare, so you all gain a ration. You hear bits and pieces of kind of generic advice from some of these people of this land. You know, stay vigilant, stay on your toes. If you have to stay out at night, do so by the road. Easier to run away that way.
Not safer, just easier to run away.
And one of the last tidbits they warn you of is the prowess of the berserkers that live in the area, and how they value strength above all else.
The cat Strahd. I'll ask whoever presented that info to us.
We don't really know what they call themselves, but they protect the druids. As you guys begin to leave the grove, Adrian runs up to you. Oh, wait a moment, friends. I want you to have this. You probably need it. And he hands over what looks like it's a structure of bone that on a necklace, and that bone has been kind of carved down into the shape of a raven and painted black. Your fight is our fight, so my father says. If you ever need aid from us of any kind, blow into it. It's a whistle. Most cannot hear its tone, but we can. Best of luck to you. And he gives you guys the whistle of Ravenkind. It's a non-magical, does not require attunement.
I think
We give it to
Kevin wants it.
I'm gonna give him one of these.
Give it to Kevin.
Okay. So who's getting the whistle? I'll tell you what it does.
Kevin will take it.
Ketham.
Yeah, I think Ketham can.
Hell
Rangers
yeah.
are-
Give me that
I-
This
shit.
bone
It's
whistle is
chilly.
fashioned into the likeness of a raven. However, it produces no tone that can be perceived by most. While wearing this amulet, you can, once per day, as an action, blow this whistle to summon 2 keepers of the feather, who will aid you in any possible, reasonable way. They obey your commands to the best of their ability, and they share your initiative, but act after you do. I did write a DM warning on here. These are living, thinking people, so they will not shield wall die for you. If things get hairy, they will probably run, as most people will. This device... Actually, no. This device is magical in nature, and in order to recharge it requires an essence.
So it's not. It's once a day, but it takes an essence as well.
To recharge it, yeah, it's an essence. Sorry, that was poorly written. Requires an essence to recharge it.
Has 1 charge, I assume.
And to give you an idea, a keeper of the feather is a CR2 creature, so they're pretty fucking strong.
That's dope. That's really cool.
Yeah, cool item.
I'm gonna walk up to Kalain and say, "Can you get the back clasp? I can't quite see it."
Can you zip me up? All right, I put that on you. Requires no attunement, so I mean you could use it whenever you want. Just know that the cost of recharging it is kind of steep, in essence.
Here, let me clasp that for you. There you go. Smack him on the head.
Once Adrian kind of gets out of hearing distance, I'm gonna say, "Now I finally got some people to pick up Boris's poop."
Swear if you use something on something stupid.
It's just some mundane ass ask.
They appear, you ask them, and they just look at each other and they shapeshift and fly away.
You said any reasonable thing. That's perfectly reasonable.
Fetch me an ale from the bar.
As long as you call them peasant.
Unseen servant, never heard of her.
We got 20 minutes left, which is enough time to do a little bit of travel if you guys so want to do some travel in the morning toward the
sure.
Easter.
Sure.
If anything
You
poor happens, we will probably stop there. But
Might as well
You
go
said
either
we
way.
got another. I'm sorry if I missed that. Another.
a
Ration.
ration, and
A
Kevin
ration.
got 10 arrows.
In the morning, I would like to spend a little time and conjure my familiar.
Okay. And you bought supplies for that, so make sure
I
you
did.
consume those.
Oh yeah, I need to prep spells.
Okay, if you change the spells as a... Well, you're the only one that does, so do your
Yeah,
thing.
in the mornings.
You guys kind of pack up your things. Like as I said, people said bye and came by and all these things, wishing you luck. And as a farewell last word, Davian says, "We will do our best to keep watch of you."
I do
You
this.
guys make your way. And how I'm going to do this now, I've been doing this myself because I thought the mystery was kind of fun, but I'm going to have you guys start doing it. So 1,
Travel rolls.
2. Dallin, go roll me a d20.
Hey. Now I get blamed if it
Don't
goes
fuck
bad.
us.
Yeah, I was like, now I get blamed if it goes bad.
I'm already blaming you as you're saying it.
Kalain, roll me a d20.
No.
You guys make your way through. That was the first hour of the day. Kind of going past the winery on this kind of rugged trail down through the woods. Looking back on, you see that massive pile of debris still kind of like shedding in what little wind is blowing. But yeah, you don't see any other movement while you're passing. It just seems like deathly still down there. Everything just seems darker and gloomier. It seems as the days go by, the longer that these gems are gone, things are just dying and getting darker. Even like the building itself seems to be covered in shadow.
Money, question for you. Picking my spells to like have prepped for the day. I have locate object, which allows me to locate an object as long as it's within 1,000 feet of me, as long as I'm familiar with it. It specifically says as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Would a drawing of said object count?
It might.
Okay, obviously I think we know where that holy symbol might be, but I've seen a drawing of it. I don't know if that would... I'm just trying to figure out what to put up here for my prep spells.
As an avid spell caster player, I bet you could probably guess that it will probably help. But
Okay.
I'm not going to say if what or not. So it might help.
All right. We gonna see.
Her drawing's just wrong.
Yeah. She's missing one of the sundials. The world explodes. Vale, give me a d20 roll.
I don't know if higher or lower is better here.
Well, this will be a good indication.
Uh-oh. What have you done, Jubs?
I fucked it all up, guys.
As you guys are making your way down this trail, you begin to hear pops and cracks of some of the wood around you, which is somewhat irregular, being that the forest has been silent the entire time you've been south of the Raven River. Katham, I kind of have your guys' marching order memorized at this point. Katham, give me a perception check. Or I'm sorry, all of you. I'm doing this differently now. I'm actually following a better rule system. All of you roll perception check.
This is the group roll.
Group roll to see.
Oof. Some big differences in those rolls.
Oh.
Shit.
Anybody who rolled lower than a 12 is surprised and misses the first round. All around you, creatures begin to move through the brush and the trees. And at the rear of them, you see another man with wide antlers coming off of his forehead, pointing a staff at you. And he says, "Drink the blood."
This guy again.
Oh.
It's the same guy. Can't think
Is he
anybody
naked?
different for these roles.
Oh, that's it? Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the time. I'm actually surprised you guys rolled higher than a 15. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way
Would
we've
you
been
roll again,
rolling.
Jones?
16.
Yeah.
Not that. Honestly,
So, yeah.
Ketham and Kalain are probably like two of the best dudes to get us, not be surprised anyway.
Yeah.
Except my initiative
Ketham
is
will just
always
kill
super
this
low.
bitch.
Yeah, my initiative kind of sucks ass all the time, so.
Well, the main reason that I had you all roll perception is every single one of those creatures, except for the druid, is imperceivable when not moving. So you guys were able to just walk into their zone. That's why you're surrounded. And as they are lunging forward after you, that's what I'm giving you a perception check for, to see if you're surprised or not. Because I did a default stealth check with pretty much the lowest dex available of that group, which was the druid, and he rolled a 12. And so that's what you're pretty much rolling against.
Cool.
But yeah, thanks for the great session, guy. I hope you had a good time.